माता की जय, भारत माता की जय, भारत माता की जय, कलकत्ता माता की जय, कलकत्ता माता की जय, कलकत्ता माता की जय.
From CEO to Ghazwa Leader. Danish Ashhar's ISIS plot exposed. Danish Ashhar, the suspected ISIS operative arrested on 10 September in a joint raid by Delhi Police's Special Cell and Jharkhand ATS, was planning major terror attacks in Ranchi. Investigations revealed that Ashhar operated under the instructions of Pakistani handlers and maintained direct contact with operatives based in Pakistan. Within the ISIS network, he used the code name CEO and was also known as the Ghazwa Leader. Authorities believe he was tasked with executing large-scale attacks to destabilize the region. The arrest comes as a significant blow to ISIS' efforts to expand its influence in India, and officials are probing deeper into his network and sources of support. Delhi police busts Khilafat module linked to Pakistan, 5 arrested. The Delhi Police Special Cell has uncovered a terror module connected to Pakistan and arrested 5 suspects after conducting raids in multiple states. According to Additional Commissioner of Police, Special Cell, Pramod Kushwaha, the operatives were radicalized through social media by a handler based in Pakistan. The group was reportedly planning to acquire land in India, declare it as a Khilafat zone, and carry out jihadist activities. The operation dealt a major blow to the terror network's plans to spread extremism and create safe havens within the country. Authorities are investigating how the suspects were recruited and funded, and are working to prevent further attempts to destabilize national security. India's diplomatic strategy in a multipolar world. In today's geopolitics, open warfare has shifted to proxy conflicts, while China's military, economic, and technological rise challenges the US. Amid these developments, India is positioning itself as a world power by exercising strategic autonomy. Its diplomatic efforts focus on building bilateral ties based on mutual security and economic interests without aligning fully with any one bloc. India's active participation in forums like BRICS and SCO, dominated by China and Russia, and the ASLED Quad in the Indo-Pacific demonstrates its balanced approach. By engaging with different alliances, India showcases its ability to pursue partnerships while staying non-aligned, strengthening its global standing and protecting national interests in a divided world order. India warns citizens against joining Russian army. The Indian government has issued a strict advisory warning its citizens against joining the Russian army. This comes after reports surfaced that several Indians traveling to Moscow were being forced into combat roles in the Ukraine war. The Ministry of External Affairs, MIA, stated that it has repeatedly cautioned Indian nationals over the past year about the serious risks involved. We have seen reports about Indian nationals being recruited into the Russian army. The government has highlighted the dangers and advised citizens against such actions, the MIA emphasized. Authorities continue to monitor the situation and urge Indians to avoid any offers or opportunities that could put them in harm's way abroad. 30 Nepalese prisoners caught in Bihar, UP, Bengal. Border security tightened. At least 30 Nepalese prisoners on the run have been apprehended by Sashastra Seema Bal, SSB, personnel in multiple locations along India's border with Nepal. Taking advantage of the unrest and violent protests in Nepal, the fugitives attempted to cross into Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. The SSB arrested them in coordinated operations across 3 states, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, and Bengal. In response, border security has been significantly stepped up to prevent further attempts at infiltration. Officials are closely monitoring movements along the Himalayan frontier and working with state authorities to ensure that cross-border criminal activities are contained, highlighting the importance of vigilance in sensitive regions during periods of instability. India, Mauritius not just partners but family, PM Modi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Mauritian counterpart Navinchandra Ramgoolam held high-level talks in Varanasi, reaffirming the strong bond between India and Mauritius. Both leaders reviewed the enhanced strategic partnership and explored new areas of cooperation to promote peace, prosperity, and development in the Indian Ocean region and the Global South. Highlighting the deep ties between the two countries, PM Modi stated, "India and Mauritius are not just partners but family. Though we are two nations, our dreams and destiny are one." The discussions aimed at strengthening collaboration across various sectors, ensuring shared growth for both countries and their peoples, and contributing to regional stability and economic progress. The relationship reflects enduring trust and mutual respect. CRPF flags security protocol violations by Rahul Gandhi. The Central Reserve Police Force, CRPF, has raised concerns over alleged security protocol violations by Congress leader Rahul Gandhi during his movements, official sources revealed. The CRPF's VIP security wing is responsible for providing a Z+ ASL armed protection to Gandhi, the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha. This security detail includes around 10 to 12 armed commandos who closely accompany him whenever he is on the move. The CRPF has written to Congress Chief Mallikarjun Kharge to highlight these lapses. The move underlines the importance of adhering to security protocols, especially for high-profile leaders, to ensure their safety while they carry out public and political engagements. Indians flee Nepal via Panitanki border amid rising tensions. As tensions escalate in Nepal, several Indian nationals have returned home by crossing the Panitanki border in Darjeeling, West Bengal. The unrest follows the ongoing Gen Z protests, where students and youth are demanding greater accountability and transparency from the government. Many Indians, including those from Assam, chose to leave the neighboring country amid fears of instability. Speaking to Annie Kohila, a returnee from Assam, said, "The situation is out of control there. The strike will continue for 10 to 15 days. We are from Assam and are returning from Nepal. It feels good to return to India. Jaan vapas aa gaya." Authorities are closely monitoring the situation and assisting stranded citizens. Indra and Tata commission Lanza Navan 3D radar for Indian Navy. Indra, a global aerospace and defense technology leader, in partnership with Tata Advanced Systems Limited, has successfully delivered and commissioned the first Lanza Navan 3D air surveillance radar, 3D ASR, system for the Indian Navy. The radar, known as Lanzan, has been fully integrated with the onboard systems of an Indian Navy warship. Its induction followed a series of rigorous sea trials, where various Navan and aerial platforms were used to test the radar's performance across different radar cross-sections. This advanced surveillance system enhances the Indian Navy's air monitoring capabilities, providing real-time tracking and improved situational awareness. The project marks a significant milestone in strengthening India's maritime defense infrastructure. India slams Pakistan as dump truck at UN over terrorism links. At the UN Human Rights Council, India strongly criticized Pakistan following its recent speech, accusing it of being a terror sponsor that finances and shelters extremist networks threatening global security. Kshitij Tyagi, counselor at India's permanent mission in Geneva, delivered a sharp rebuke, referencing Pakistan's own leadership comparing the country to a dump truck. He remarked, "Perhaps an inadvertently apt metaphor for a state that continues to deposit recycled falsehoods and stale propaganda before this distinguished council." India made it clear that it does not need lessons from a nation that repeatedly spreads misinformation and supports terrorism. The statement underscores India's firm stance on combating cross-border extremism and defending global peace. Trump urges EU to hit India, China with 100% tariffs over Russian oil. US President Donald Trump has urged the European Union to impose tariffs of up to 100% on India and China for purchasing Russian crude oil, according to a Financial Times report. The move aims to increase economic pressure on Russia to end the war in Ukraine. The request came during a meeting between senior US and EU officials in Washington, where Trump dialed in and pushed for harsher measures against Moscow. The report surfaced shortly after Trump and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi discussed strengthening bilateral ties and advancing a potential trade deal. Trump's demand marks an unprecedented step, reflecting his hardline approach to countering Russia's energy exports. ISRO partners with HAL for SSLV tech transfer. India's space sector marked a milestone as ISRO signed its 100th technology transfer agreement, enabling Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAN, to independently manufacture small satellite launch vehicles, SSLVs. The agreement was facilitated by the Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center, IN-SPACE, and signed by ISRO, New Space India Limited, NSIL, InSpace, and HAL. Under the deal, ISRO will transfer SSLV technology, offering training and technical support over 24 months. The assistance will cover all aspects of SSLV production, from commercial operations to technology integration. The collaboration aims to strengthen India's space capabilities, with HAL expected to execute 2 missions using the technology, further boosting self-reliance in space manufacturing and exploration. At SCORAT's meet, India demands action on Pahalgam terror sponsors. At the 44th meeting of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization's Regional Anti-Terrorism Structure, RATS, in Kyrgyzstan, India strongly condemned the recent Pahalgam terror attack. The platform, which focuses on combating terrorism and separatism, expressed deep concern over the incident. India called for the sponsors behind the attack to be held accountable, urging collective action to ensure justice and prevent future threats. The Pahalgam attack was a key topic of discussion during the meeting, highlighting the need for stronger cooperation among member states. Officials affirmed their commitment to counter terrorism and strengthen regional security, with India's stance emphasizing that supporting terrorism in any form must be decisively addressed. PM Modi condemns Qatar attack, calls for dialogue and peace. Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke with Qatar's Emir, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, expressing deep concern over the recent attacks in Doha. Modi condemned the violation of Qatar's sovereignty and reaffirmed India's support for the brotherly nation. In a post on X, he stated that India stands firmly for peace, stability, and resolving issues through dialogue and diplomacy, while opposing terrorism in all its forms. The conversation highlighted India's commitment to regional security and solidarity with Qatar during a difficult time. By calling for restraint and peaceful resolution, India emphasized the importance of cooperation among nations and the need to counter terrorism collectively without escalating conflicts. Nevi Agniveer, brother arrested for stealing rifle from Mumbai. 2 brothers, including a Nevi Agniveer, were arrested in Telangana for stealing a rifle and ammunition from Mumbai's high-security Nevi Nagar area. The Crime Intelligence Unit, CIU, of Mumbai Police caught Rakesh Ramesh Dubbula, 22, serving as a seaman in the Navy, along with his brother Umesh Ramesh Dubbula, 25, from Asifabad district in Telangana. The stolen items included a rifle and 2 magazines with 40 live cartridges. The incident raised serious security concerns given the sensitive location from where the weapons were taken. The police have launched a thorough investigation to uncover the motive and ensure tighter security protocols to prevent similar breaches in the future.